Well, D-Led, here we are, the last week of organized team activities. What is the thing that has perhaps surprised you most about this team and watching them over the past few weeks?
Well, they sought out to get a lot of speed, and it is really something that jumps out at you, Jay Michael. The draft picks, the undrafted guy, one thing they wanted was sub-4 guys, and you see that just in the drills, just in the guys running around. They might not catch the ball, but it happens fast. They may not make the play, but it's happening faster. So that emphasis, even though it's not pads yet, it's definitely something that they've stressed, and it jumps out at you. That's been the one thing here at the OTAs for me.
You're right, and we'll just talk about some of the draft class a little bit with Parade. Jerry, you said you can't tell a lot with pads, probably especially at that position, but what is it about that guy that you see that perhaps will make him start right away, and do you think he could be a starter right away?
I think he could definitely start right away. He'll have a challenge. They've got some depth behind him. I think Jason Jefferson's a solid guy. Trey Lewis is coming back from knee injury, but so you don't have to throw him out there. If he's ready, put him out there. At least get him in the rotation and bring him along at his pace. But the biggest recommendation from him came from his coach at the prep school at Hargrave Military Academy. He said, they've put like 41 guys in the league, and he said Parade Jerry's by far the toughest they ever had there. That's been a great recommendation. So with that recommendation, that allowed me to go focus on some of the other guys like Chris Owens, who could be in the hunt at cornerback. That's going to be wide open. That's going to be one of the stories of training camp. Look at Ledbetter. You can see, in no pads that he's quite athletic defensive end. Garrett Reynolds, the big offensive tackle, he's just huge. So we don't know if he can play yet, but he's huge. So it's been fun being able to focus on a lot of the draft picks. I think William Moore is also a specimen that you see out here. Just don't know how fast he's going to pick up the defense and be able to get on the field. But no reason why he can't help out on special teams right away. Looks like the general manager put together another good draft class, and we'll just have to wait and see till they get the pads on and get out there and start hitting.
Talk about Owens, and there's corners. It seems like some of the guys in the league, they have their thing they're good at. Some of them are speed, some of them ball skills. What does Owens have? What does he bring to the table?
Well, I was a little bit worried about his size. He's a little shorter guy. But he's got the speed, but he looks like a real fighter that can get into receivers. Maybe, he might give up an inch or two. He can get inside of them and maybe come underneath the ball and get it out that way. But he's a really tough kid. He's real smart. He graduated, got his college degree, which I think is always a plus in the game. If you have the mental capacity to play through and understand your mistakes, that's only going to help you. So that's having a guy like that's going to be very interesting to watch his development here. Knowing that the team's looking for a cornerback.
Well, when I'm looking at doing some stories, and I know you probably do the same, you do the planning, do you find yourself maybe forgetting about the offense because it's like, oh, they're all right. There's a lot of bodies over there. Let's figure out what's going on with the defense with 5 new starters. Or is there some areas there too that need to be addressed?
Well, at some point last year, everything went perfectly with the offense. Very few injuries. 8 missed games out of Baker maybe. He played 8 out of 19. 11 missed games. I think that was it on the offensive line. So, all 4 starters making all 19 starts or 17 starts. Counting the playoff game, that doesn't happen much. So, the depth behind the line is one key area that we looked at. Michael Turner, he's got 1,700 yards and led the league in carries. Can't do that again. Do you want to make sure you cut that down? How do you ease Gonzalez into the attack? Does Michael Jenkins continue to play on that side? Roddy is still there, whether he's going, have that untimely drop or not from time to time. There are issues on offense. The biggest will be the quarterback too. Is he able to see the field better? Is he able to pick out his receivers better? Last year they really made it tight to the vest, and he had a very successful rookie campaign. But does he make the next step in the second year? Does he go further? Do you trust him winning the game for you, or more multi-dimensional, where he can progress and develop into a guy that can win the game and not just manage it? He did a great job of managing games last year, and now it's going to be whether he can win some for you.
Thank you very much, D-Led.
All right, thank you, J. Mike. Thanks for having me on.